Tucson, Arizona. Arizona Stadium with this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Arizona's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He makes a catch. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
That's it fly. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we didn't hear much from this impactful receiver last week. Very, very quiet. And Jesse, you know he's itching to make a play.
Yeah, I think it was a variety of reasons, too, why he wasn't that big of a part of the offense last week. Got to give the defense credit. Did a great job in coverage. There were some drops, and the quarterback missed him a little bit. I know the quarterback's going to try to get him involved earlier in this football game, so expect play calls going his way, I think, early in this one.
Yeah, he's too good not to be a part of the game plan. Last week was a blip. Like that's not going to happen again. I think this offense knows that. Talking to him this week, they'll find creative ways. They're going to try to do it early. Like, he is their guy. He's their guy they're going to focus on for that big play. That big playmaker out wide that can really turn small plays into big ones.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. chance on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire...
There he goes! Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And man, nobody... Defense, we've got to understand, the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
Makes one man miss. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And he takes it in. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Johnson. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Northern Illinois right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Can't get him to the ground. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. How about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They get to him as he throws. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. right to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking for a man, it's Nelson. Under fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little space.
The returner brings it out to the 34. And the Northern Illinois offense will take
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on target this time. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Got a man. It's Taylor. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Reads it. Fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Nelson. Hauls it in. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Powell. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Arizona has it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Defense in press coverage. Wants to fire on second down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this one is perfect. That slices the lead to 2. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Direct snap. It's Johnson. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Arizona. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Finds a tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid play. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Spits it out to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here in these third.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for space to the left. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Northern Illinois right back to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these?
Turning it on. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right field. Nice job.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Let's it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. Makes his man miss. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Wildcats. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the fourth down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Under fire! Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Going right to work up top. Oh, he wants it all. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Smart move to get down with the slide.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They're dealing with a second and long. back to pass. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Dropping back, it's Nelson. With the catch, it's Hunter. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's a hit. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting...
He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 25. Three consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row. It's not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positive, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're